All righty.
All right, folks, welcome to session 47 of the Sphere of Power campaign. Most things say 46, it's 47. I need to fix that. Anyway, so having now passed through the rough-hewn area to what appears to be an entirely different complex beneath the Oasis obelisk, the party finds themselves at a disadvantage with a much more formidable opponent. No elf grows to adulthood without hearing terrifying tales of the drowned dark elves that taint the nobility of their species. Living deep underground for almost all of their lives, their matriarchal society is founded on lies and deception, and where almost any act considered immoral by others is perfectly acceptable as long as none may claim witness. Thus, the limited glimpse and almost immediate cloud of darkness that pervaded the area left little doubt in the minds of those who have heard said tales. A drow lies in wait for the party. Leaving him or her to sneak up on the party while they sleep or continue to explore this ever-expanding amalgamation of subterranean structures is not an option. So, our party is now gathered outside the area where the darkness spell has been left. And I think that sets up the situation. I believe you guys were going to wait out the darkness, last I heard at the end of our previous session. So,
Yeah, we waited out the darkness and there was nobody there when it dissipated.
okay, so I guess the next thing I need to do is get rid of that little marker that says that there is a cloud of darkness because it's not there anymore.
So we just have to decide exactly what we're doing. We were thinking of sending a spider in, but we're not sure if we should send in the one hit point familiar or if we should send in the wild-shaped druid.
That is a question.
Most certainly is.
My other suggestion was to barricade the door and set some sort of alarm trap and go investigate that other door from the original complex. But I don't know that we have the materials to do the barricading.
All right, so party, up to you to do anything because nothing is happening as we wait.
Yep. So?
I'm still trying to get logged in. I am listening, but logging in.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's why I'm not engaging.
Yeah, I haven't even seen any connection messages from you. I mean, I've been seeing you come in and out of Zoom.
Where's my battery?
Jim is the one that's been coming in and out of Zoom. Jim, you are connected now to us, right? Or Zoom?
I have a battery around here somewhere for my phone.
Oh, yeah, I'm connected.
Okay, good. Just making sure everyone's actually connected. We've got one person who still hasn't hit the ready check.
That would probably be me. Ta-da.
Okay, good. So we do have everyone here. We have the situation laid out. Who's taking the initiative after what you believe to be 10 minutes?
I think we were discussing doing long rest and regrouping of spells.
Nope, we can't do that. We just had a long rest.
Ah,
I just checked. We took a long rest that started at about 1 o'clock in the morning. It is now not quite 10 o'clock in the morning of that same day. So
then it would be to familiar or to druid.
we can also, barricade the door if we can find materials with which to barricade the door. I believe the door swings into the room we're in, so.
Are there any door handles?
I think so.
What kind of door is it? Wood? Stone?
They do appear to be.
I'm not sure. It's either wood or stone, because it's got a face carved into it on the side facing the hallway.
Yeah, let me verify. Let me read the
Red
description.
Dress still wants to go kill the monster.
Yeah. We know he does. That's kind of what he likes to do.
Just to let you know, Keith, you're a bit on the quiet
Brothers
side
too.
on my end.
That's probably better.
Yes.
Helps when I put the mic back when I come back from a break. All right,
Yeah,
so let's see.
It does, rather.
All right, so this area, which would be the corridor beyond the door. A 10-foot wide corridor runs east and west, a distance of, you don't know, you can see, well lit by glowing balls of light. Near the center of the hall, 2 doors face each other, opening to the north and south. Each door is decorated with a carving of a bald man with the earring in his right ear. And then, yes, you might recall that one of them started
Screaming as soon as I floated past the face.
right, the face on the door of the room that you're in.
Yep.
Help, help, intruding, infidel dogs, help, help, tourists, tourists.
Yep. And that's when the drow appeared. I backpedaled. The Goliath brothers stepped up to do battle, and then the drow threw a darkness.
All right, so time continues to tick, folks.
I'm almost there. I was thinking we were kind of stuck because without being able to see him in the darkness, we had to back out, but we had to decide what to do because running doesn't necessarily mean he's going to leave us alone.
The darkness is
Right.
gone. We waited out the darkness, so now we can proceed ahead.
Yeah, we know that he is not currently standing where he was when he threw the darkness. What
Okay.
we do not know is when he's coming back or what kind of reinforcements he's going to be bringing.
I'm all right with trudging forward. I don't know.
You said the door swings inward towards us, right?
Yep.
So technically, if I turn into a giant spider, I could completely web that door shut, so that way it won't be able to swing in at all.
Possibly. It depends on how strong your web is and how long it lasts.
I get that down to the Dungeon Master.
Because if it lasts indefinitely and is reasonably strong, then that might work. Especially if we add some additional barricade alarm items.
Don't we want to go take this guy out though? I mean, it seems like
Eventually, but there's one more door to investigate. And I really didn't fancy splitting the party like that.
which door? The evil door up north?
No, there's another door at the end of the corridor. The same corridor that leads to the evil, that led to the spider room before the evil door. The corridor extends a little bit more east. And there's a door there. In the same wall as the spider room.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that had a huge evil behind it that Varric really wants to get a piece of, but
No, not that door. There's another door.
oh,
yeah, there's another door. If we go east past the spider room that leads to the evil door, there's another door. And we have not even investigated that door to see if it's even a real door.
Gotcha.
Because we have encountered fake doors in this complex. They are
Yeah.
walls that look like doors, probably intended to confuse adventurers like ourselves.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one door is only a room back. We could do that.
But I don't, Taylor does not want to leave this door unbarricaded if we're going to leave it, because the drow might actually come out after us. And we don't need to be fighting on two fronts.
Do we have the barricading materials? I don't know that we do.
How strong is a spider's web that our druid might be able to turn into a spider to web it? And how long does it last? Mostly questions for the DM.
What question was that?
If our druid turns into as big a spider as he can, could he web the door shut and then the web lasts indefinitely?
That's a good question. First big question is whether or not the web would persist after he reverts form.
Right.
Well, being I turn into an actual animal, I take it the webbing should be like natural, or this could sound bad, it's going to be natural
if
fluid
it-
coming out of me.
If it would
I would
last
actually-
normally, it should
yeah.
last from you also.
Yeah.
And then for you, there's also, not for me, but for the party, there's the question of how long will it last, either left alone or if something is attacking it.
Right. I mean, how strong
I
is
would
the
say it
web?
would-
Is it?
I would say it would be obvious to all of you that no webbing would guarantee it.
Right. It would be one building material to use as a barricade / alarm trap that we could set so that we would at least be informed.
Mm-hmm.
Redreth volunteers to stay here and watch the door while you guys go look at the other door. Redreth has no
That-
interest in exploring anything else until the drow is dead.
Until the drow is dead? Okay. I'm just worried that if we go after the drow first, that we will get lost in the drow complex and not come back to investigate this other door.
Absolutely, that's fine. But I'm just saying that now that Redreth has seen the drow, he'll stay here and watch that door. You guys can go up and, it's not that far away. You guys can shout down if I'm needed up there,
And we can, and you can holler if they come back with reinforcements.
I can send a message.
That's as good a plan as any.
I've got the message thing, so I can drop you a line too. I think I've got sending also.
So that's a good plan as far as I'm concerned.
Sounds good to me.
Quick question from me: Is the floor? Looking at the map, it looks like the floor may be made out of floor tile, like stone tile.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, it's very difficult being a building maintenance guy. Having a door that's propped up against a floor tile that is come up out of the floor and catches the door, it's hard to break.
Yeah.
So if I could pop one of those tiles up and we can prop it up, that door isn't going to swing into our room very easily.
Good point.
That's a very, very creative suggestion.
So if you guys want to do that, that might barricade the door just fine.
Yeah, go with that.
That
Yeah.
sounds good to me. And if Redress feels that he still needs to babysit the door, I mean, he's welcome to. I'm not going to stop him.
Which way does the door swing? Into the room or out?
Into the room.
Yes.
Then we could be okay there unless there's another way around, which we wouldn't know anyway.
Right. Well, yeah. We have not found any other entrances between the complex we've been exploring and this new one that we've just located. We have not found any other entrances. Doesn't mean there aren't any or that they couldn't create some, but
Right.
But we haven't found any.
So a good as answer as any?
Sounds good to me.
I think we have a plan.
Cool.
I think we have tools that would be useful for flipping up tiles. I mean, I think we have things like crowbars and climbing equipment that we could use, right?
Even if not, I have a basic longsword that I would be willing to sacrifice any sharpness to
As
be
a
able
tool.
to pry it up.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Now, may I say that I may need help with some of the checks because I'm not super dexterous.
Oh, that's okay. We work as a team, guys.
Cool. So how would you like to F this pig? Mr. Bossman.
You're asking me?
Yeah, how would you like to address us? I'm going to go up to the door.
What do we need to roll?
Yeah.
Okay, for what action are you trying to do then? Sorry, I am.
Pry up one of these. Pry up one of the floor tiles and use it to barricade the door.
So the floor tile will be kicked up near the threshold of the door. I'm going to take a torch and place that underneath that tile to give it an incline, like an unlit torch, a piece of wood, whatever I have in my inventory that I could prop it just enough of an incline to where if you try to open the door, it catches on the tile, which the back end of the other tile would hit the other tiles that are still in place. So it would pretty much lodge the door shut.
Okay.
Right, so
I do have a crowbar to help us pry up the tile if that would help.
That's exactly what I was going to ask. So you do have a crowbar. The tiles do seem to be rather tight fitting, but that doesn't mean that this is not possible.
Okay.
But that also being said is that the tiles are approximately to scale. They are 5 feet by 5 feet. So who's going to?
We can work together.
Who's going to attempt to get the pry bar in between the?
I guess it would depend on the roll. What kind of roll would you like?
That pretty much is going to be a strength check.
Okay, so strength I can do. So between Maddie and I, strength I can do. So I will pray that I do not have any stupid rolls. Come on. That's not bad.
Nope, that
Yeah,
should do.
that's not bad.
That should do very well. So that means he is successful in getting the crowbar between the tiles and underneath the tile. Now you need to get it up.
So
Okay.
again, between the crowbar and my basic longsword, I'm going to use the edges to, I don't know how much you guys know about working something like this, but you would get the crowbar in and then about 4 inches down, you would get the next thing and then work it down until you keep getting it all up. So that's what I'm going to do with myself and my brother. And pry it until we get a spot to where we can prop it in the center just enough to get the lip of the door to catch.
And then what are you going to prop it up with?
Unlit torch.
Okay. All right. So who's the first? Who's trying to pry it up with the crowbar?
So probably, I guess me and my brother would use my unused longsword at the moment.
and the crowbar.
Redrith is merely watching this amazing display of engineering.
Well, I don't need to
I
ask
mean,
for fulcrum. But...
Kaeli
Go ahead, Alex.
is perfectly willing to assist as needed, aka offer advantage, if that is necessary and or helpful. But
Absolutely.
she doesn't know very much about what we're doing other than that it sounds like it should work if we can pull it off.
Okay. All right. So if I'm envisioning this correctly, we have Haig trying to all right, Haig used the crowbar, got it in between the seams. He's ready to push up on it. And Varric is ready to assist with a longsword.
Yeah, with my unused longsword. Sorry, I'm trying to move my chat window too.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, the longsword that he no longer needs and is just hanging out in his inventory, so may as well use it as a tool.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So are you finally in game now? Is that what that?
Haig is, I do not have any control of Varric at the moment. Hopefully he'll be on soon.
Okay.
But
No, I just got that message text down at the bottom with all the copyright stuff, and it's like, I'm not used to seeing that for a connection message, but hey, or did you copy that over?
No, somebody was trying to move their chat box and it didn't work the first time.
Gotcha.
yeah, that's
And
me.
instead
That's me.
copied
Yeah.
something.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So, yeah, you are able to roll. So you're going to go ahead and do another strength check, but go ahead and do a +2 modifier because you're getting assistance from your brother for starters.
Okay. Meh.
Could have been better.
Could have been better. And you feel that the slab moving, it does seem to be somewhat loose, but you also realize it's kind of thick and it's heavier than you thought.
Okay. So I'll get as much help as I can at this point. Obviously, with 5 of us, with it being 5 feet wide, I figure we're probably only going to be able to fit 3 of us. So it would have to be Fekish or Kaeli and
The two brothers.
yeah, well, so yeah, I'm thinking that the 2 brothers, we can lift up to large creatures.
Well, hold on. So Varric is, trying to help you with the crowbar, and he's getting ready to put the sword in. So my question is,
Right.
which sword is he using?
He's using my unused longsword. That if it breaks, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And then I'm
Just a
just
mundane, plain old longsword.
I'm just saying to Kaeli and Fekish, I could use one more.
Set of hands.
Yeah, one more set of hands. It's up to you guys who wants to help.
I'm down.
All right. Well,
Go for
hold
it.
on. Before we get to that point, so the sword is able to go in.
Okay.
And let's see. Ooh, and Varric adds an 18, which is nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not letting me. Okay. It's not letting me copy it, but yeah, he rolled an 18, which is nice. So the slab is now up. There's just enough room to get a torch underneath it without needing the help from anyone else. Just the 2 brothers are able to get it up.
Cool. So I'm gonna try to,
And you'd say it's about a half a foot thick.
oh yeah, that's a big slab. Okay. So yeah, a torch is gonna, I know, I figure probably the handle's about 1.5 inches, which usually the gaps under doors aren't usually that big. So I guess I will check to see what the gap is on the door before I prop this thing up.
Gap
My
is
eye.
actually kind of smooth. It's well constructed. It's not tight fitting, but you'd say there's probably not more than a 1/2 inch of clearance.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to hold the crowbar with my left hand and reach. No, actually, Kaylee, can you slip? Is there enough room? And I guess this would be your call, Keith. How much room is there? Because I would have to be somewhat dexterous to be able to hold the crowbar with my left hand and place the torch with my right. And
Yeah,
I don't.
If there is
I think that would be an automatic request from her. There's definitely enough room given the size of the slab.
Okay.
Yeah, if there is physically enough room for me to get in there and shove a torch in there, then yes, somebody can hand me a torch, or I can get it from their pack and I can shove it under.
Yeah. Grab
Yeah,
it from my bag.
This isn't a combat situation. She doesn't need room to swing a weapon, so you guys can kind of pack in there. So
Yeah.
that being said, let's kind of there. Bailey's going to come in between the two of you from here.
So actually, she would have to place it. She would have to attempt to place it here, so it's in the center.
Yep, you're right.
Or well, center of the slab. So like here. So she would have to be to the right of us. Yeah, that would work.
Like that?
Actually, I would have to be, so you would switch me and her. I would be kind of on the center of it here. She would be tucked against the door so she could reach underneath the spot that's going to be. I think we're getting over technical at this point, but it's your call.
Hey, as soon as we prop down an area of effect, you know it's going to matter.
Right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah,
so she
I
has
will-
to reach under as well as she can to get it towards the center of the tile.
Okay.
Yep, such that the uppermost end of the tile is towards the door, right?
Correct.
Okay.
All right. So the stone is propped up. Kaylee reaches down with the torch, tries to prop it in underneath the slab. Got to kind of wedge it in there because there isn't that much room. And as you let the torch, the slab down, the torch shatters.
Does not surprise me. Not that I was expecting it, but it's not surprising.
Well, we still have that sword.
Yeah, if you don't mind leaving it behind.
Well, I don't think he was using it anyway.
True.
Not really. Well, next idea.
Well, we were in the ballpark.
I mean, we
Need
just
the
need to find
materials.
something else to wedge in there that's not going to shatter, or for that matter, just wedge in enough debris.
What do you got?
I'm looking and I'm not seeing anything that I am
Well, the sword's probably the better
able to
option. Just keep in mind, whatever
give up.
we're going to have to be able to remove to come back through here later. We can't barricade it permanently.
Right. We have to be able to get the whatever
We
out
could.
as well.
So I think the sword's probably the better option.
Okay.
the sword may not be usable when we're done with it, but
Well, it was already inconsequential when we first thought of it before using
yeah.
the torch. So
But if, since we don't really care that much about the sword, sounds good to me.
use the sunblade, or where's that cursed blade? I'm just kidding.
He's not giving up the cursed. No, we got rid of the cursed blade,
Right.
didn't we?
I think we did.
I think the cleric took it when he undid the curse.
Wait, say that again. I don't have the sunblade anymore.
I do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't have the sunblade. That cursed book, though, yeah, that got kept by wherever I took it.
Didn't the cursed sword get taken too?
End of all. I don't have it. Matt might have it. Are you able to check Varric's inventory?
Yes, I am. Inventory. He's got a great sword.
Hmm.
I don't think that's it, is it?
I don't think so.
Another idea you could do is the
Long
tile
sword.
behind you. You could just lift that up and put it on top of the tile up by the door, and then just dab the sword in the ground, and that would just pin that other tile in place, stop the door from being opened that way.
Oh, you'll find this interesting, Alex. Varric seems to
Oh,
Varric seems to be carrying himself. He is
Wow.
himself an item in his own inventory.
Wow.
Is that like
oh,
having
that's amusing.
a folder that's already a shortcut?
There's some kind of Horcrux action going on there.
Well, at least he's carrying his own weight. Haha.
Oh God. Oh God.
Well done, sir. Well done.
I now have this mental image of this backpack hovering in midair with his own head sticking out the back of the backpack, and he just hovers around behind us.
So
All right.
yeah, see, I don't know. I'm out of ideas. I thought the torch underneath,
He's got a few different swords. I don't know which one he'd be willing to give up.
yeah, I mean, I guess it's your discretion, but if this is heavy enough to pulverize a solid piece of wood, I don't know what a thin piece of metal is going to do.
Like I said, the idea you got is perfect. But what you could do is just use the slab behind the slab behind you, and then just put that on top of the slab that you're trying to lift, and then stick the sword in the ground. And then because that slab is higher now than the door, and it's sitting on top of another slab, it's going nowhere anyway because you've got a sword stuck in the ground behind it. So if they do try and manage to shift the weight of the slab, you're not going to go anywhere because the sword is stuck in the ground.
I just checked the
but
party
leverage-
sheet, so I'm not. I just checked the party sheet. We are carrying a battle axe and 3 great swords that nobody has claimed, and I do not remember where they came from.
Or maybe I can figure that out. Let's see. Battle axe.
The only thing I was going to say, Miz, is leverage on that slab is going to be different than lifting that slab.
No, but Miz does have a point. You don't need to put much underneath it to keep it from coming back down flat or flush.
Yeah.
Well, right. That was my point with the torch, though. Solid piece of wood. My thought was that it might crack or break. But it's no
Okay,
big
but
loss.
maybe some clarification here.
Yeah.
I would not consider a torch a solid piece of wood. It's been burned and charred and probably has its integrity greatly compromised.
Okay.
So I can see your potential confusion, but yeah, I would not consider a torch a sturdy brace or prop.
Concrete slab calculator on the internet is 5 foot by 5 foot by 6 inches thick is 2,000 pounds. 1,911 pounds.
Wouldn't that depend on the kind of rock it is?
Well, concrete, it can be done in different densities and have different additives in it, but generally it's, you know, if you're getting a 3,000 or a 4,000 pound.
Yeah, but
density.
it could be basalt, it could be granite, you know?
Oh yeah, true. Man, if these are granite floors, I don't know what they're doing in the basement.
All right, slate.
It's very true.
But so yeah,
Excuse me, I let the dog in.
yeah, I don't know where the battle axe or the greatsword came from, but if they're ours and not borrowed, I don't think anybody's using them, or they wouldn't be in the party sheet.
Well,
so
yeah,
could,
and if
I
their
have no
density,
problem with you guys consuming something from the party inventory sheet that has not yet been claimed.
yeah, then let's use a sword then. Yeah, I mean, I
I'm going to
was
recommend
thinking,
one of the great swords since you got 3 of them.
yeah,
yeah,
Probably
was
is
thinking
most
if,
likely to withstand it. So,
another heave then.
yes, and which way are you going to put it in? Edge, point first or hilt first? Or pommel first?
I would be,
Point.
if it were me, I'd be holding it by the pommel, or I'd be holding it by the pommel. That way I don't get cut. The thing is that we have to have a way to get it back out. I'm gonna have her tie my rope to it first. That way, when we lift it on coming back, all you got to do is pull the rope and the sword comes with it, damaged or not.
You
and then we
hope.
can set the tile down. Right, hope. Right.
Yeah, as you just pointed out, you're talking about 1 ton of weight on it. It may not just slide out.
True.
no, but if you pull on it hard enough for long enough, you should be able to at least get it to wiggle.
Well, no, my thought is we're still going to lift the slab to get it out. We're
But
just
to make the pulling easier.
and to make it so you don't have to reach under the slab in case something bad happens.
Okay.
Safety first and all.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So try this again.
Yeah, with one of the great swords this time.
Okay.
At this point, Redrith has seated himself on the floor and pulled out a ration and started munching on it.
Like that Michael Jackson meme when he's watching something going on.
Watching the show.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, Dan, go ahead and do your strength. Okay, you got that. So that's a 16, and then Barak is going to add a what? Oh, you guys have a little bit of difficulty getting it up. You actually had a higher roll than he did this time. But you managed to get it up just high enough. Haley's able to slip in the broadsword or the great sword, and it seems to bend it slightly, but it does hold it up and does keep it from coming all the way down. It doesn't shear the sword, so
Cool.
It's actually propped up a good distance now, like a good 4 or 5 inches.
Ta-da! We have achieved barricade.
So it would seem. So next order of business. Well, that certainly took up much more time than I thought it would.
Cool. You want to go check out that room then?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go check out the room. Now that we have the this door barricaded to the best of our ability, let's go check out that other door.
Redrith does his best golf clap.
Yes. Speaking of golf, we still got to get out sometime soon.
All right, I am going to like listen at the door and see if I hear anything.
Presumably Barrack is sticking close to his brother. He's heading up there. Redrith, Fekish, and Miz, you're all staying in your current positions.
Yes.
Yep, call if you need help.
All right. So, and what did you say you were doing?
I am listening at that door to see if I can hear anything on the other side.
Listening at the door. Ding dong, a dong, ding dong.
Or for that matter, notice anything else interesting about the door. Oops, I forgot to roll that in the tower. My bad.
Okay, so I'm
On a different computer, none of my hotkeys are set up. I should take care of that.
No, there's an argument to be made that your perception roll was high enough that you're aware of your perception roll.
Let's just say there's an argument to be made there, but you know, if you want me to roll it again in the tower, that's fine.
Yeah, just for giggle's sake, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
I might have an ulterior motive, but
Hopefully I still roll well.
oh, jeez. Okay. So, our dear ranger crouches down, faces her ear to the closer side of the door, and starts listening. And not picking up anything, she's listening a little deeper, not realizing it quite at the moment, but her gaze fixes on the wall in front of her. And kind of overlapping as she realizes there is nothing or no sound to be heard beyond the door, she does notice that there is something kind of curious about the wall in front of her. There seems to be a seam in the wall.
She heard a secret door.
Yeah, pretty much.
To be fair, it is a perception roll. So she is
Yep.
She is taking in all of her senses. But yeah, she basically nailed the second roll too.
This is why she's the primary sneaky.
Yes.
Yeah. So yes, I will go poke around a little bit more on that secret door and see if I can figure out, you know, something that looks like a way to open it.
As you investigate, actually do an investigation check, please.
All right.
Do an investigation check.
Investigation is not nearly as good, because this is a rather mad character.
Ooh. Okay. So if you look around, and this isn't what you...
Keith, you're really quiet, like you're not
Sorry.
talking into your mic.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. So you do a look around, and this isn't what you would consider your normal kind of secret door. I mean, it doesn't really look like a secret door per se. There is definitely a seam in the wall. It's rough hewn. You don't seem to find any kind of hinge or trigger or latch or any other kind of mechanism. Quite honestly, it just looks like that this was it was sealed at one point, and just through time, it's probably decayed.
Okay. I heard, but for the actual door that I was looking at, there was nothing that I noticed, like heard behind the door or anything.
Nothing that seems to be treated like a door, but you're still pretty sure there's a space on the other side of this.
Okay. I'm gonna step back and tell them that it seems to have been sealed up. Let's open it. Or something along those lines.
Let's open it.
Yo, Goliath, charge.
Okay.
I mean, that could be one way to do it.
Okay, so how wide is the door?
Again,
Moving
it's
up
not
or
a
two?
door. It just seems like it's a sealed corridor.
Yeah.
Sealed corridor. So brothers align, and I'll left shoulder it and he can right shoulder it.
That seems reasonable.
And we can both charge.
Wonder
Hold on, I
Twin
have a
powers
daughter losing her
activate.
mind.
All right, let's do another strength check. Goliath
That's
twin
right.
powers.
+2 advantage. How do you want to do it?
Yeah, same as
Any
before.
bonuses or just
Same as before. You guys were
Okay.
working together. Ooh,
yeah, that'll do.
ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I don't even think your brother's is necessary. Let's just make sure he doesn't get in your way.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, 19. Total of 24.
Yeah.
So you guys just
as the
crushed through it. No
as
problem.
the wall explodes like the torch did under the slab.
Yeah, basically. And beyond is another corridor.
Oh, yay! All right. So did I sense any, okay, so.
You
this
heard nothing
actual
beyond the door. You heard nothing
Okay,
beyond.
did I get a sense that there was any space behind it, or that it was just another false door?
No, it's not a false door. You definitely felt that there's a space behind there. That's why you were kind of listening closely, because you're like, is that just open space I'm hearing, or is that some kind of like wind, or you're trying to place, there was something there,
Okay.
but it just nothing like, no talking, nothing falling, nothing
Okay.
like that.
So either it was completely empty, or the inhabitants were not making any noises that I could detect. But I could detect this blocked corridor. So I don't know why I got moved all the way over there, but I did. So yeah, we can go down this corridor, or we can open the door, which I don't think I checked to see if the door was locked or not. So which way we want to go, guys?
Down the hallway. I didn't pulverize the door for nothing.
Okay, down the hallway I go. Does it look like, I'm guessing, but I don't want to assume. I'm guessing that this corridor looks like nobody's been down it in a very long time.
Yeah, you are very accurate on that. And you would have to say beyond a doubt, this is the oldest part that you've encountered so far. This area is at least
Okay.
a millennia old. And as far
Okay,
as the rest
so-
of you, as I see you slowly all heading this direction, yeah, it would be kind of hard not to have noticed the crushing sound of stone that came billowing from the halls.
Yeah, I
before
am
we head-
floating down this corridor, just high enough
Before
to
we head
not
down, I'm
leave
gonna yell,
footprints.
"Wizard, you're gonna want to be part of this."
Floating.
You can just faintly hear a great sigh.
And I am peeking around this corner, and it appears. Are those stairs?
An old stone staircase covered with dust and sifted sand goes down into the earth.
Ooh, spooky. Okay. I am going to float down the stairs. The
Say
image
that
makes
one
it
more
look like
time
I'm
just to make
going-
sure I heard you properly.
Okay. The image looks like the stairs go up from the level we're on, but I'm going to float across the stairs so that I don't leave any footprints, because I can do that. I leave footprints every 10 minutes? And when I have to renew the spell. But yeah, I'm going to float cautiously down this way. And I'm
Before we
going
proceed,
to,
Alex, before we
yeah.
proceed, what is your source of light or vision?
I have dark vision, and generally that is what I rely on, unless somebody else, unless either somebody else has a light source, or I detect something that I need to take a closer look at that, you know,
But in this
closer look
case, you're
usually
relying,
implies light.
in this case, you're relying on your dark vision, and that has a range of what, 60?
60.
Okay. So,
My good man,
And
did you say
as-
I had to put on my glasses to see down this hallway? Very good, very good.
And as usual, I am telling the rest of the group to stay behind, but I've long since stopped expecting them to actually stay put and follow instructions,
No.
because they just never seem to do as they're told when it involves staying put.
I want to see.
And then I am going to roll this if I can convince my computer to work, because I am.
Okay. So
I
this becomes
like
rather
to be
apparent to
stealthy.
you as you float on down.
Okay. So what was that?
This becomes rather apparent to you as you float on down.
Oh.
To hover
Float
over.
float on down the stairs.
Don't you carry nothing if my feet are low. So about 50, 60 feet down the stairs descend over an open pit.
Ooh.
Insight check, please.
Ooh.
Interesting. Insight check. Oh, that's one of the good ones.
Spare.
Well, you were definitely suspicious of this, because compared to the rest of the area, the pit is definitely rough hewn.
This pit smells like Orcus.
This pit seems suspicious. Okay. I don't need to worry about plates, stairs dropping out from under me, but can I detect any sort of, trap that would drop somebody down into the pit from the stairs?
Good question. You want to do a investigation check or a search?
Investigation or perception?
No, at this point, it's an investigation. You're not noticing something casually. You're looking for something. That's the way I interpret the two of them.
Okay. I sent you a link to a video and
Yeah, we discussed this a while ago. I told you I had some interesting thoughts on it, but I still think that one is more purposeful. The other one is for casual
no,
observation.
that's fine.
You can be a very deductive and thorough person, but not be very observant.
Right.
True.
Okay, hang on. I gotta take this call.
Okay. All right, so unfortunately, she's the one that's active at the moment. So what the rest of you do see is that basically your ranger has floated down the stairs, not walked down them, but floated down. And she's obviously being very, very cautious. And it appears that we have at least two of you following closely behind, one more so than the other. Mage always being interested in this kind of stuff. Now let's see where she is. Make sure that everything is visible. So the stairway does seem to continue at least as far as she can see. And keep forgetting I have to switch between mask mode and game mode. All right, so Haig has moved up. And you can see down the stairs now too. She has no illumination. You guys don't have any kind of dark vision, right?
Got the monocles. The brothers
yes.
would have followed Redrith, protecting him.
Gotcha. All right, so I'll keep Eric behind you as well.
Excuse me.
So you got the monocles, but really it doesn't allow you to see much more than what she sees. Actually, she probably fades from your view as she descends down. You do see that she, the stair descends down, but then at some point along there, she actually disappears to the side. So you can kind of deduce or figure out that there has to be an opening along there. The perils of living at home. All right. So, you know what? Let's take a 10-minute break, give her a chance to come back. I'm going to put a pause on because probably she's kind of core to what's going on at the moment. And we really don't want to do anything with her stuck in the middle of it. So let's all meet back here at
I cast fireball.
Right. It's perfect.
All right, we'll meet back here at 20 to the hour. Hopefully she'll be done by then.
Right up.
All right.
Is
See you then.
it?
All right, so Kaylee is floated down the stairwell and is looking over a pit. I'll let her describe it to the rest of you.
Yep, it is a 50-foot sandy bottomed pit. As far as I could tell, I did not find anything that looked like the trigger for a trap, but because the stairs do pass over this pit, I am suspicious, so step cautiously while passing over the pit.
What you gonna do, boys? And Miz,
I'm getting a call to.
are you still
if I
that far
can find
behind?
My mute.
No, you're not muted anymore. But I was asking Miz if he's still lurking that far back.
I sorry, I didn't realize I was yeah. Doing what a cat does best, just sleep on the job. Meow.
Did Jim log off the chat too?
No, he's
Not
still
sure.
no, he's still here. He's on mute at the moment. He went off for a second, but I can just confirm that he can hear us.
We're gonna follow you, Jim. What do you want to do?
Go after the drow.
Other than that,
Well, I'm going to.
I'm
make
just
the-
trying to be
yeah.
consistent with my character.
No, no, I just-
yeah.
So you're being grumpy puss?
His character is
let me
allowed
get this
to,
straight. You want the mage to lead the way, right?
Well, Matt and I have subtly stuck to our position that we are hired by the wizard.
Mhm.
So a lot of our decisions are that based.
If that's what he wants
Did I
to
hear
do,
Matt say,
Varric would totally just be like, all right, let's go.
my brother, what up,
Finally,
kid?
we got both of you in game at the same time.
Nice.
for a few
I think-
minutes anyway.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. I
right.
think this might be the first time this year we have both of them on.
I'll take it. Well, I'm gonna perceive if I notice that Jim's being grumpy puss.
Yeah, you know.
I'll say that's probably decent enough, right?
Yeah.
He's sulking.
So I'm gonna turn to him and say, listen, I get it. We can split the party and we'll follow, or we can put it off till later. Which one do you want to do?
And I'll be like, I do plan on going after the drow eventually.
To be fair, you're 60 feet away.
To be fair, also though, Redreth is definitely curious about this corridor. This is definitely the oldest part of the ruins that you've been in so far.
Yeah, that's why I thought that he would be interested in going down here. That's why I called him and be like, dude, you're gonna want to be part of this.
Yeah, it should wet his whistle. Maybe not as much as the drow, but it should still wet his whistle.
Maybe I'll find another book. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
We don't need another
Yeah.
respect, Jim.
Right, exactly.
Excuse me.
All right, so what's the question? Are people worried about whether the pit, the walkway is going to collapse in the pit? Is that kind of what's going on there?
It could.
No, we're hired to protect you, so we're following you based on your decisions. That's where us three are at.
Well, I
Are we
would.
following Alex?
Yeah, continue down. That's fine. I just have a strong suspicion that the drow is going to come up behind us at the worst possible time. So
Well, of
So either
course.
way we get a fight. And I'm okay with that.
I totally would have 100 marks the drow had I been here. Just saying.
Well, the drow dropped. I thought about that, but he dropped darkness right before he took off, so we couldn't see him.
Okay.
we otherwise there. Yeah, I even fired a fireball at him. That might have hit you and Haig also.
Cool.
And,
Oh yeah, about that. Like
I don't know if I actually did any damage to him or not.
like Maddie, you were on the verge of death.
Oh, cool. Yeah. 2258.
hit us so hard. So you may have a chip on your shoulder. So no, actually,
We pretty
the
much
22
burned
out of
it off.
58. The 22 out of 58 was after some healing, or I believe Fekish had
Yes.
to heal you. Like you had one. You were literally one hit point, bro.
Jesus.
You were not a happy camper.
You were pretty much at the center. You're standing next to the doorway I hit with the fireball. So
Cool. Good deal.
Redreth, here's a little something for you also. You're picking up a familiar smell. You can't quite place it, but it's a smell you know you like.
Interesting.
Charred spider? No.
No, Redrith. Not
Right.
Very.
they've got Taco Bell down there. Right.
Oh, he's getting choppy.
He's going Max Headroom.
All right.
Yeah, that could be. I'm driving along the lake, and I'm kind of in the shadow of the hill, so my signal goes in and out.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Okay.
proceed down the way. Also, remember, I've got momentary stasis and chronal shift, two things that can be tossed out. I've got like one of one and three of the other I can do in a given day. So that's to force rerolls on stuff.
Somehow I hit the mute button. I heard there's a smell that Redreth recognizes, and then all of a sudden I found it and clicked back, and he's like, "Yeah, we're going down the stairs." What did I miss?
Nothing. He got a scent that reminds him of something, but he can't put his finger on it. That was it. And he proceeded down the hallway.
We're going with Taco Bell.
A smell that he wants to put his finger in? What? All right.
Okay, Matt, you do want to go ahead of him?
Yes. I will stay. I wouldn't make the wizard go first. I would stay in front of him.
Okay, so with that in mind, then.
Watching for traps.
Oh, and by the way, my good sir, we are wearing our monocles.
Pip. Let's crack on then, mate.
Sorry, miss. We're enjoying this a little much.
No, you enjoy yourselves.
Hey, if you get a magic item that gives you an American accent, I'd be down.
Oh, dude, I totally want to hear it.
Unfortunately, my ability to do accent is completely bad. I do not possess that ability to do.
So you're saying the same as our ability to do British accent.
Well, let me just say, you're doing a mighty fine job, better than I ever could.
All right, so you make it that far without any event or anything occurring. Are you proceeding on in the same order?
I intended to, once I could see Alex again, ask her if, do we notice that she's down in the pit, or is she floating at the level of the stairs, or?
Can I offer a suggestion?
Sure.
So the person in this group that can actually float, fly, whatever, have them walk down the stairs over the pit. So in case something happens, they can fly, where the rest of us would fall. Just a thought.
Well,
That is a good suggestion.
I was thinking that she could kind of look at the integrity of the stairs near where the pit is. Her perception is pretty high.
She did that already, and as I explained to her, she didn't find anything like a trigger or a release mechanism, but she has suspicions.
Okay.
So you're moving over to this position, right, Kaylee?
Yeah.
Okay. And
But if somebody's going to actually suggest that I walk through just to be sure, or that I walk across the stairs just to be sure.
I think that's what Fekish was suggesting.
Right.
Yeah, then I will walk up the stairs, and if nothing happens, I will then walk back down.
Gotcha.
And then maybe have your magical grabby rope ready.
I've got my
Oh.
bullet out too, so
I can fly.
Right,
All right,
but we can.
so
For us.
yeah.
you proceed, you land on the stairs and you proceed south up the stairs, probably not more than about 10 feet before a 30-foot section of stairs drops out right over the cliff.
Cool.
Haley,
Okay.
first, you do need to make a dexterity check, but you get to make it at +5.
Okay, so we will do a +5 and just straight up dex check or dex save.
Dex check.
Okay. Yeah.
Not a problem. All right. So yeah, she's floating above the fallen stairs. However, this length of stairs will also cause both Varric and Redreth to be under the affected area. So both of you also need to
Misty
make
step.
a dexterity check.
I also have Misty Step. Although you might need to look on my character sheet and see if I've used all the slots that it takes up.
Well, let's just start with the dex check and see if any of that's even.
Okay.
I gotta move.
Somebody will
my
have to
tower
roll
so
that for me.
Good.
I got it as soon as I can get up your character sheet. There it is. Now let's see.
On Monday, the wiggle. It folds something.
Okay. Redreth makes it. Varric does not.
Yeah, as soon as Varric fell, and as soon as he started seeing it, I would have Misty stepped across the 30 feet across.
Did you get Sunday?
All right, and that is a reaction, correct?
It's a bonus action, so yeah, I might fall for a second.
What?
It's a bonus action, not a reaction.
Yep.
All right, so Redreth is able to basically.
I'm waving at Dan as I drive by.
All right, so Redreth is able to step back, and he's right on the edge of the portion of the steps that fall out. So he's able to step back and avoid it and see it fall right in front of it.
I don't think I told you.
He also sees the stairs fall out from underneath Varric. Varric kind of looks down, looks back up at Redreth, and then disappears over to the other side of the steps next to Kaelili.
If the paint is good.
Okay.
Now, at the same time that this all happens, a cloud of smoke begins coming up from the pit below, and the three of you notice motion in the sand at the bottom.
Fantastic.
Oh, great. Lovely.
Worm.
Sunblade.
Yeah, the Sunblade would be very useful. Well, we can see. Can I?
Ride to Norristown.
Can I divine sense and see if any celestial fey, fiend, or undead?
Let's say, and I believe you can. That shouldn't be an issue. Let me just double check.
60 feet.
60 feet. I'm just looking for the. Let's see. That's. Just looking for the.
Sorry,
ability
guys,
to
I didn't
spell
realize
sheet.
my mic was on.
That's okay.
Oh nope, it's just I know the type celestial, fiend, or undead. Already presence use sense, but not its
Celestial
identity.
sense or divine sense?
This is divine sense, but I can sense celestial, fiends, or undead.
So you're thinking that the smoke might be something coming up out of the pit?
Yeah, I
Creature-wise?
just want to know if it's something nasty.
Well, the smoke is
it's-
coming up out of the pit. It's filling the pit. It's pretty obvious if you stick around there too long, it's going to fill the stairwell.
Yeah.
But Varric's divine sense also picks up that whatever is moving down below are undead.
Cool.
Lovely.
So it's all rock.
Redrith takes a step back from the edge, all the while mumbling in his best Bruce Willis Die Hard voice. Yeah, let's leave the drow. Let's go this way. We'll have a few laughs.
Have a beautiful time.
And a happy new year.
You better yippee-ki-yay your next fireball. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Down on it.
Yeah, I was thinking more the "you shall not pass." Big
All
dark
right.
pit with a tall staircase.
So the smoke is beginning to rise up and beginning to fill the stairwells. What are you guys going to do?
Well,
For those of you that are close to it, the smoke is noxious.
Mm.
Yummy.
Lovely.
Dan wants to start running down the staircase, but Goliaths don't do that, so I'm kind of stuck.
Can we maybe yeah, move up?
Yeah, I'll
Up the stairs?
Well,
definitely.
the section
continue the
over the pit
suggestion.
is now missing.
Oh,
Oh,
Right.
the section fell out.
Yeah, the whole section just collapsed.
Okay.
hey, can you Misty step?
And Varric's
I
on the
cannot.
down. Is Varric on the down end, or who's on the downside?
You, Redrith, and Haig are on the down, right? And
No.
No.
Redrith and Haig are still on the side you came from. Kaylee and Varric are on the opposite side, lower.
Oh, okay. I was looking at the stairs backwards, and that's my bad.
Yeah, apparently Kaylee thought the same thing about the direction of the stairs, so I guess I got the shadows backwards.
Yeah,
on it. My apologies.
It's cool.
The shadows are backwards, but that's okay. That's why I just check with the DM to make sure
Yep.
that their description is accurate, because
I'll have to
I would
fix that
rather
on the
trust-
stairs. My apologies.
You got
I would
anything that
rather
can?
trust the DM's description.
You got anything that helps you jump, Haig, or anything like that?
No, that's why we had to have KLLE's grabby rope.
Well, right. I was just saying if there was any other means.
No, that was my thought, was if anything happened, we could use grabby rope and
Sure.
use that to get across.
Yeah, but I think we're more concerned right now about the creature than the creatures down at the bottom and the mist filling up that is apparently quite nasty, stinky, icky.
Yeah, I would definitely be suggesting that we need to move away from this so that, you know what I mean, before it affects us. Either direction. Like, well, I can get back across, but I'm not gonna. So I would suggest that KLE and I just move away a little bit, and maybe she takes the look before I go.
I can also fireball down into the pit, but I'm not sure if the gas itself is explosive. That might be bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
The four of you are beginning to cough from the smoke.
We won't know until won't know unless you try, bro.
Is it spreading faster on the downward side of? Is it spreading faster on the downward side of the stairs?
It's spreading out, so it's filling both sides.
Equally.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Is it going faster downhill?
Yeah,
than uphill?
it probably
Or
is a little bit heavier than the air, so it probably is expanding down the stairs faster than it is going up.
Okay.
Well,
I am going to fly over here. On the upside, and yeah. It's,
How deep is the pit?
It is not happening making.
50 feet.
Give or take.
Okay. Well, I can either retreat up the stairs or just cast a fireball right down to the floor and
Go
see
for it.
what it does. But I only have one fireball left, so that will be the end of it. I won't be able to use it on the drow later.
I don't think this
Whatever.
is necessarily an immediate threat as long as we get out of the smoke. So if we're going to go down the stairs, we need
Okay,
to.
I'll retreat back up to the top of the staircase then.
Kudos to you for reserving your fireball.
Maddie, I'm throwing
Hey,
you
you
my
want to make
rope.
sure he uses it where it has the most value.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it.
Well, I'm throwing it in your direction. I'm not leaving you on the fucking staircase by yourself.
Throwing what?
Rope.
A rope.
Oh, okay.
What do you want me to roll, Keith?
Uh,
Did I roll with an athletics?
yeah, athletics should be good.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, scheisse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah. If
I just
you
want to
guys
be
are
clear,
trying to
Alex, before you say anything, I just
Yep.
want to be clear. You guys are aware that the stairway continues into the darkness. That's not a dead end, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so hearing and possibly seeing through this thickening fog that you guys are trying to get a rope across, I'm just going to fly over and hand him the end of my special climbing rope, and then come back.
Cool.
And
Okay, there we
hand the
go.
other end to the brother who is here, and
I'm just,
I
I'm not
gotta
sure
log off
which
for about
way,
5 minutes and then I'll be back.
which way we're going. Should we take a break and wait for Jim?
He's going to, yeah, he has to go do some errands.
Mhm.
So he already let us know ahead of
Okay.
time. But.
Yeah, I'm just a little unclear on which direction we're heading. If we're going back up or if we're going down.
It looks like we're all heading
Oh,
up.
I think most of us are trying to go up. Better chances of escaping the fog.
I saw on the map that everybody was moving up, and that's why I was like, I'm not leaving
yeah,
you.
right.
So,
Well, until the smoke showed up, I thought, and the floor fell out, I thought we were trying to go down. Right, we were like going to leave the drow for later and then head down the stairs.
Right, we were, but right now we're trying to. I'm trying to move up so that we can deal with whatever may or may not be coming up out of that pit.
Okay.
Well, I am going to say this is that having missed that first throw, you're going to want to back up unless you want to start gagging.
Yeah, if he missed the throw, I was totally about to take a few, like back up like 10, 15 feet from the hole and get out of the smoke.
Okay.
Until somebody brought me the rope, but I'm fine over here. If we're not leaving this corridor and the plan is to sort this situation before we proceed, I'm fine. If I need to get back across, I'll burn my spell to bamf back across. But if we want to work on getting down, I'll secure the rope on this side so people can get across while we sort this out. But
Well, also to point
I'm
out,
more
as you back up, you do notice that the stairwell does end shortly behind you into a room.
okay. Yeah, I would shout that too. I'd let everybody know there's a room down here. I don't. Hopefully nothing's coming to get me, but I'm cool. Let's do this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to.
Hold on, one more thing. Let me check.
Yep.
And of course, Kaylee is the only one that succeeded. You hear something distinctive and recognizable.
Oh, lovely.
It's the sound of bone on bone.
Yes.
The sound of the men working on the chain.
That's the sound that you hear coming from below.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so if I'm gonna
Actually, I would have thought that would have been encouraging.
Yeah.
If I'm
I'm
seeing
gonna
my brother
ask-
getting excited, I'm getting excited too.
I'm gonna ask the Goliath. You need me to fly a rope over?
I mean, yeah, if we're going down, we got to get across that hole. And I don't really think. Did you tell us you heard skeletons or bones
Yes.
rattling? Okay. Yeah, if it's just a bunch of skeletons, I don't know how they would be creating the smoke other than just walking around and maybe the collapse. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, there's clearly something going on with the smoke.
Would I know if it's brimstone-ish smoke? Is that the noxious smell?
No, it's just
Smoke.
it's caustic, but it's not brimstone.
Okay. I know that you're going to want to fight some undead. So it's up to you, man.
But that's why once I knew it was undead, I wasn't worried about being over here. Like, I'm literally set up to fight undead, so I'm cool. Like, I'm good on this side. If we're gonna work our way down, I'll stay on this side, and if anything comes, you guys can expedite getting across that hole a little bit.
If there's fumes involved, it might be whites or gas.
I'm up for anything.
I'm just waiting for an action plan.
Yeah. I can hold one end of the rope if you guys want to shimmy across the hole. That's 30-foot shimmy, though.
Well, at this
Unless
point,
Foot.
okay, at this point, you guys do have one of three options. Either you proceed further away from the smoke that is filling the stairway, you breathe in the smoke, or you hold your breath.
Can I make sure there's no traps behind me and take a few more steps back?
Sure. So
Okay.
do a search.
Perception.
You do not notice anything behind you, just the room
Cool.
opening up.
Move
It does
back
seem
a few
it does seem that the smoke dissipates as it enters that room.
Okay. I'll let everybody know. I'm not too worried about nobody said be quiet, so I'll just be like, oh, smoke's clearing out at the bottom.
However, at this point from the smoke, you do take 7 points of damage.
Yummy.
Cool.
I want to go.
And that means, let's see.
Let's figure out a rope bridge, Kaylee.
Okay, rope bridge coming right up.
And Haig takes.
Basically, I'm gonna take my ropes. I'm gonna take my rope and gonna hold one. Fly one end over to Varric and try not to choke on all the smoke. And
So you're holding your breath then?
and yeah, attempting to.
Okay.
And then I has rope. I've probably so yeah, we have a rope to climb on. So climb.
Are you
So
bringing
you
it?
wanna-
Are you bringing it over to him or sending it to him?
I'm bringing it to him.
Say again.
I would like to fly over, hand Varric one end of my rope, and then fly back and hang on to the other end.
Okay. All right. So you're moving up to Varric, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you
Floaty
get
float
that
style.
far, you hand him the rope. And at this point, you're close enough that you can see into the room itself. Though the room is dark, your dark vision does illuminate or shows you what's in there. And though there's no heat or anything to make things clear, you are able to see that the room is lined with shelves.
Ooh, book is.
Fun. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to hand one end of the rope to Varric. And then I'm going to fly back with the other end of the rope over here. Oh. And I'm probably going to request some help to send the heaviest people over first.
Well, here's the thought. Does the staircase have a railing?
No.
No railing, just stairs.
Well,
I would have thought that if there was a railing, then the part over the pit would have collapsed with the stairs.
Correct.
Well, right, but if we use, if there's a railing, we can use magical grab on one end and then tie the other end off, and we can one rope bridge across the stairs.
No, with the exception of the part that was over the pit, the stairwell is carved into the rock. So there is really no railing. It's just the stone wall of the cavern.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we could still magical grab the upper part of the stairs while Varric use himself as a character anchor.
What is there to tie onto?
Correct.
What is there to tie onto? Do you have a baton and a hammer, and we can hammer it into the rock, or what?
Well, your rope's got the magical grab end, right? So all it has to have is a surface of some sort, right?
No, it needs something to tie itself to.
Gotcha.
It is not magically adhesive. It simply can tie itself into a knot around something.
Gotcha.
Or even
I thought
through
one
a
of you
hole.
had some pythons, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder.
We have 2 more great swords. Start hammering.
You do have 2 more great swords. That's true. I do not have climbing gear.
I do not have climbing gear, and I do not have pitons. Titans, pitons. I still don't know how to say that word.
I don't think anybody does.
I am not certain that anybody does. It's a very strange word.
You and your kitties. So I really have no room to talk. Oh, Albie, that kitten description that you sent me last week, that was freaking hilarious. Actually, I got to go get my phone. Sure, if it's a crowd, I know they'll appreciate it.
I mean, I'll burn another Misty Step to drop down on some skeletons.
So it took me a week to notice it, but last week I get this message from Albie, a dictionary definition of kitten. Noun, a small homicidal muffin on legs. Affects human sensibilities to the point of endowing the most wanton and ruthless acts of destruction with near mythical overtones of cuteness. Not recommended for beginners. Get at least 2.
100% accurate.
Yes.
Nice. I like.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I like.
That was definitely a good one. All right, so we identified our securing mechanism.
I mean, my plan was just to hold it and get some help to send the heaviest people over.
I am gonna basically come over here, and I think the wisest idea would be to tie.
You'd be walking. You're walking into the smoke at that point, so you know, Miz.
Oh, how far is that smoke?
It's about halfway up the stairs from the pit.
Oh, I'm just dead the pit.
And it's filling, it's expanding. So it's about halfway up and halfway down.
Yeah, I'll stand next to the Dragonborn.
Yeah, you're outside the smoke at that point. Kaylee's holding her breath. The Goliaths are coughing. You can see that Haig is coughing. You can hear Barrack coughing in the distance.
I'm going meow 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 meow.
I hear the Meow Mix commercial.
Meow 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 meow.
No treats.
No soup for you.
Well, I'm hoping like Kaoli get the message. Go, oh, there's a heavy cat and heavy Dragonborn down there. If I tie the rope to them, then basically that should be enough weight to anchor things down.
Well, so no, we've decided that nobody has any climbing gear. Excuse me.
Not of the type that we need.
Yeah, correct. I have a priest pack.
If we only knew what the actual jump distance was, because
30 feet.
obviously
30 feet. Yeah.
Across.
Let me just quickly
not-
look at the guide.
So we're not talking about the hypotenuse. It's definitely the 30 feet of the base of the. So just 30
Yeah,
feet is
no
definitely not jumpable.
no trigonometry
Jesus.
required. A 30-foot
I was
section.
gonna say,
Yeah, 30-foot section of the bridge fell away.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I know you basically have to jump a certain amount of feet automatically due to your strength
score, I
modifier.
believe.
Yeah. Now have a look.
yeah, Haig's really Haig and Feckish will probably be the real issues as far as getting across. They're the biggest on the other side. So if we can
Okay.
get them
Hang
across.
on. My mom's calling. Hang on.
So are you saying I'm fat?
Nope, I'm saying you're a big old dragonborn. Can't really tell because you got armor on.
Sure.
And can bearded dragons get fat? I've seen a couple fat ones, but they're usually
That eats can get fat.
yeah, right. True that.
If they're getting fat, though, you have to be careful that they're getting enough calcium.
Right.
Okay. I have to go AFK, so I'm going to go on mute. I have to help haul things in from the
Okay.
car.
Okay,
I'll be back in a bit, I think. I hope.
I hope so too.
And if I disconnect from Fantasy Grounds, it's because my battery ran out.
Okay, but you'll still be in Zoom, right?
Probably.
There you go. There's the jump rules if they want to read in chat.
Thank you, Ms. Yeah,
That's
it's a
in
little
fact
bit
ground
far
shot, by
for
the
a
way.
jump, for an unaided jump. But yeah, if you've got like the Ring of Flying, or if you've got some kind of feather fall ability or some kind of glide, obviously you can get over that. But it's a straight running jump that's a little too far.
I guess this is the time when we all start listening to our Kelly. I believe I can fly, right?
Yeah, I have ideas, but none of them are very good. Especially if we can tie the rope to anything.
Yeah. I mean, you could just smash a section of the wall out a little bit. Oh, well, then it's just hopefully it holds underneath a Goliath.
Right?
Hang on, don't Jim have the spell dimension door?
I think so, but I think you can only take you or Kaeli.
No, let me look.
I thought the creature had to be the same size or smaller.
Well,
Limitation of Kelly's ring.
so So at least he could get himself and one other across, and I'll just leave two of us. Me, I could turn myself into a weasel and then hide in Carol's pocket, and then she could just hover across with me in a pocket.
Very
That just leaves one person then.
Misty Step also.
Yes, but that only worked for
This
himself.
might be a question of accepting that not everyone is going to go across.
That is true. No doubt, look, we'll get across there, and it'll be like just a room, nothing else.
I mean, yeah, Kayla Lee could fly across here, and the two of us could just check out the room and see if it's even, worth checking out. If she was flying around, I'd just be tromping in.
Well, I'm going to suggest at this point that because of the smoke filling the corridor, each of you are going to want to back up a little bit more. So I'm moving all of you back another 10 feet. Ellie is still holding her breath, but
It's now turning blue.
yeah. Okay, so Barrick, you take another 4 points of damage. And Hay takes another 2 points of damage.
I'm going to step out of the smoke for a minute. I'm going to step right in the room.
It is where you come back to us and say, kids, smoking is bad for you.
Okay, so you do have your monocle on, correct?
Correct.
This dark room.
You're away from your mic a little bit too, Keith.
Sorry, I was leaning for it. All right, this dark room.
Just FYI that I am back.
Cool. This dark room is lined with shelves and old scroll cases made of bone. A large pile of ash is in the center of the room. Soot covers the walls and ceiling.
Does Redress see the scroll cases?
Nope,
No.
only Varric at this point sees them.
Oh, okay, very good.
We're still trying to get across the hole, Jim.
I'm just saying it would be very hard to not touch the shinies. So.
Well, at this point, the smell that you picked up is that of parchment.
Oh.
The mothership calling me home.
So you're probably definitely Misty stepping the gap. You're like, I don't care about you guys. I'm wasting the spell slot.
If I recognize that, I probably would. Absolutely.
Okay, so shall I presume you're Misty stepping and joining Varric in the room?
And that's probably going to use up the same spell slot that I would use for Fireball, would be my guess. But
Well, let me double check. I got you up over here. So let's see. Misty step is
30 foot.
second level. It is not your
right.
fireball slot.
is it second
it-
level?
Second level, not your fireball slot.
Oh, okay, very good. Yeah, then I would definitely do that. Absolutely. Kind of like the cartoon of Tom and Jerry where Jerry smells the cheese and he just kind of walks along in a bit of a trance and on his tiptoes and being led by his nose.
When Varric stepped into the room coughing and feeling like shit, he cast lay on hands on himself and just healed the full.
Oh, crap. All right. Yep, there goes Alex, unfortunately. I forget whether the spell slots, whether the checks mean that you've used them or that they're available.
That I have used them.
Okay. So you still have 1 second level left after casting the Misty Step. I'm going to move
Okay.
you to the far side of the smoke, which I believe is the range of the Misty Step. And of course, yeah, you see the shelves lined with scrolls and stuff right away.
They are in bone casings, so just be very careful, Redness. No
Try
more
to read the
curses.
cover before opening the book.
Yes, yes.
If we have time, I would probably settle down and cast Detect Magic. I think that's a ritual to see if, the scrolls themselves are magically, trapped or something.
Well, the smoke does dissipate in the room as it enters the room, to the point that Varric is able to breathe and you are able to breathe over there. Kaylee is still holding her breath. Haig is stepped just outside the range of the smoke. I'm going to presume Kaylee is going to step back also so she can take a breath anyways. All right, and so that's where we are. Varric and Redrith are down in the room at the bottom of the stairs. Shall I presume you're going to take the time to cast the Detect Magic?
Yeah, I'm fine.
If there's not an interruption, yes, I will.
I'll stay within 10 feet.
You can't say in advance that you won't have an interruption, but presuming that you won't be interrupted, you proceed. You spend 10 minutes casting the ritual. The ritual begins. And to your lament, nothing on the shelves begins to glow. However, a faint glow does seem to come from beneath the pile of ash in the center of the room.
Ooh. I will mention that there is a faint glow under that pile.
Maybe use your mage hand to.
I would recommend the mage hand.
Yeah.
Something about cursed items when you touch them.
Folks, I'm sorry, you got to give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
After the trip's over.
Sounds good.
2 minutes. Good.
I'll cast the mage hand and then give Varric the little Godfather pat on the cheek before I send it over to the pile in the middle of the room.
Okay, back. All right, so did I hear that right?
Mage hand to the pile, moving the pile aside to see if there's a shiny under.
Gotcha. So you cast the mage hand, it brushes away the pile of soot and dust that seems to have accumulated in a very specific location. And beneath the pile, as you clear it away, you see this. And right next to it is a sealed bone case. The bone case has an inscription on it.
Can I read the inscription or?
I'm getting to it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, or does it say must have evil book to use this?
Mark would ask Redrith if scrolls would still give off a magic essence with Detect Magic. If it's the scroll.
If it was a magical scroll, then yeah, presumably.
Okay.
I was thinking more that it would give off a magical essence if it's magically trapped. Not so much that the scroll's writing might still have a spell on it, but or might still be able to cast a spell. But I wasn't sure if that would show up with Detect Magic if it's not actually magically trapped or something like that.
Inscription is now posted in the Discord channel.
Okay, and am I in there?
No, you are not. Just Redrith and Varric.
Okay.
Well, Kaoli is on the same side as us, right?
Well, she could fly. No, she's on the opposite side. She could fly
Oh,
over
okay.
if she chose to.
Okay.
Okay. Fantasy Grounds decided that I had left it unattended long enough and disconnected me. So
I thought it was your battery that went out. Well, you don't need.
I thought it would be, but
You don't
apparently
need Fantasy Grounds right now. You just need Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom
and
and
Discord.
Discord. So yeah, I mean, if people are not using the rope, then I will either hand it off or just plain fly over if I hear that there's an inscription over there.
I don't know. Are either of you going, hey, we got an inscription?
I totally would, because that's what not Vark's bag. He's a stonewalker, not the root speaker.
Yeah, seeing so now with the tech magic up, the this diamond or whatever it is that's glowing, do I get any sense of if it's like magically trapped or if it's just a magic item? Oh, and hi Dan, I'm driving by you again. So
It's magically imbued.
okay.
And this is a fist-sized gem, about the same size as the other two that you have found.
So it's one of the happy gems.
Ooh, awesome.
Oh,
I'm guessing.
Very nice.
By the way, Fekish, I almost forgot, but I didn't intend to give you another inspiration point for your suggestion about the stairs.
Oh, goody.
So you now have two of those. And it looks like Alex is already working on the translation.
That's true. I think Redrith has 2 inspiration points also. So if somebody needs a reroll, we've got something.
Yeah,
there.
just a reminder, you guys got those. Make use of them.
What exactly do inspiration points do other than be inspiring?
it's a luck point, basically.
Okay.
You can just re-roll.
So if something tragically fucked up happens,
Do over,
know.
man.
we're over, man.
I presume we're waiting for Kaoli.
Hard one.
And Matt, it was you that also was doing the translations, right?
No, Dan, Haig was doing those.
I'm guessing Dan's gotten a little out of practice.
Well, sorry, what was I doing?
The
You're
You're
translations.
the other person who does translations.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm still at the top of the Elohir.
Soon.
No problem. I think Alex is on it.
We're also I have to go to training in Cincinnati next week. So Sherry and I are trying to figure out rental for that. I went to do it to my local place and it said that the Enterprise was closed on the weekends. So she was trying to borrow an extra vehicle her dad's got. And her dad was like, well, why didn't you get a rental? I'm like, because I'm not paying 2 extra days because they're closed on the weekends. So anyway, sorry, I'm subtly distracted.
They're also pretty expensive now.
Yeah, $516 she just said for what she's looking at.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rentals has gone through the roof along with everything else.
And it's going to be $400 for the hotel. And it's going to be 2 weeks before I get reimbursed. So there's $1,000 I'm out for 2 weeks.
Ouch.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So while KL is working on that inscription, I would like to go over and take a closer look at the scrolls on the shelf. since they don't hit me as magically trapped, I would like to see if there is anything valuable in and amongst them, or if is it more, opening them up, is it more of the same language that would need to be translated?
No, most of the other ones are bone scroll cases, also on the shelves, not nearly of the same quality of the one that you just found in the pit. Do you want to try to open any of them?
And my magic sight is not giving me any heebie-jeebies over that?
Nope, not at all.
Okay, then I would hold the scroll and then use my mage hand to pull it out. Well, how, because aren't they're rolled up together, or is it a case that you open and slide it out of?
There's
like a cardboard
there's many
tube,
cases stacked up on the shelves.
Oh, okay.
Now it's a random hit or miss. There's nothing really discernible about any of them.
Okay. Omelets and eggs. I'll just take one from the middle and open it up.
Okay. You open it up, and inside you see a very old piece of parchment rolled up on the inside.
Is it empty, or is there anything written on it or drawn on it or anything like that?
You're going to try to pull it out?
Oh, I thought I already opened it.
You opened it?
You mean rolled up, like you'd see something in the end of a cardboard tube kind of thing?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would try and slide it out.
As you try to slide it out, it crumbles within the mage hand.
Damn.
Ooh.
And Alex has posted a translation. Presuming it's accurate, you might want to take a look at it.
Can somebody read it out loud since I'm driving?
Property of the good mage Martek. Do not open. Most secure.
I would presume that the pile of ashes were people who ignored this warning.
Well, that's for sure. Okay, so if it's not a warning not to touch the gem, then I would pick up the gem and feel if I can feel the essence of what kind of magic is radiating from it.
You can't tell for sure, but it is definitely of the same essence as the other two star gems that you have acquired. You are fully convinced this is a third star gem.
Awesome. Who's holding on to those, or are we splitting them up?
I'm holding on. I have the two. I have two.
Cha-ching.
So whoever is least
I'm
likely
happy to
die. Or
I am
end up at the
happy
bottom
to
of the pit.
continue holding them.
That's fine. I'll toss you that one. I literally just
Okay.
underhand tossed it to you.
One more down. So how many more do you need?
I think there were 5.
So that puts you past the halfway mark, doesn't it?
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Attempting to rejoin Fantasy Grounds so I can make notes and things.
So the first scroll I tried to open crumbled to dust. Should we open another one?
Why not? See what happens.
Sure. Yeah.
You can try.
Maybe we'll get a good one. So I'll just reach in, randomly grab one and pull it open and try and pull out whatever's inside.
Very carefully.
I'm not using the mage hand this time. I let that dissipate. I'm just reaching with my finger and pulling, attempting to slide it out gingerly.
Gotcha. All right. So the scroll cases do have some variation and distinguishing marks on them, but they're all basically about the same size and shape. The next one you pull out also has a piece of parchment in it. You try to reach in and grab it, and it's the piece that you grab just basically lets go and separates from the parchment right away. parchment is definitely very, very old, but in the piece that you pull out, you don't notice any discernible writing. Or actually, I should probably clarify that you do, but it's extremely faded.
Should I just firebolt the pile and call it good?
I mean, can I leave the room? Like, I've had to burn healing spells and my lay on hands to just keep breathing right now.
No, not fireball, firebolt.
Oh, yeah, why not? Fucking.
Well, no, if there's nothing that we're going to glean from these, if I get the sense that there's just nothing worth gleaning at all from them, I'll probably just leave it.
Yeah, nothing else is glowing besides the gem. The one scroll case that has the inscription on it that Alex just Kaylee just translated is not exuding magic itself, but it definitely is of a finer quality. Otherwise, everything else just looks like stuff to tempt you.
Yeah, we got what we need.
Oh, what are you doing with the scroll case that you that has the inscription?
I don't like it.
Do I get a sense of the type of magic or what it is?
There is no magic coming from that scroll case. It is just a higher quality item.
Oh.
Yeah, why not take it then?
Yeah,
See
keep
what's
it
in
with
it.
it.
Could be more part, more of the story and history of this place. But I'm not taking it. I'm not carrying it across that door.
What happened in the pit with stuff while I was out of touch?
Just the smoke and the clatter, the rattle of bones.
Oh, okay.
And I got
it
an
sound like
undead
something
sense.
you want to fall into, but apparently they're not able to get out because nothing's come up after you.
Not
Okay.
yet. There could be a defense mechanism for allowing the star to get out of that room. Did we discuss that yet?
That's a thought.
Yeah.
Obviously there was also a pile of dust there. So getting out of that room, you could be vaporized by any defense mechanism.
That's why Alex got the gem. Or Kaylee, sorry.
Did you throw the gem all the way to me,
He did.
or did I go into the room?
I presume you had to go into the room if you were doing the translation.
Yeah, I
since you did
assumed
the
the same thing.
translation, you
No, that's
Came in.
fine.
You also
would
were
be
aware
awesome
that the
to
smoke
try
cleared in the room.
try and
Yeah.
toss the gem across the gap and then have it fall down into the pit. That'd be just great.
No. All right, who wants to get it?
Bonus action disengage.
I totally would have misty stepped the 30 feet into the hole and dropped 20 feet with a thunderous smite and just fucked everything up at the bottom. I got a plan if we go down there. And I know I'm going to get hurt. It's cool. It's part of the plan.
So do we continue on down the stairs then if we're done with this room or
That's the end of the stairs, isn't it?
oh that was it, but that was the bottom of the stairs right there was
Yep.
right in the room.
Yep.
It doesn't appear to be any other
Oh, okay, I missed that part. Very good.
egress or entrance.
Yeah. And we got another star gem. Like that's. Do you got any more misty steps, Red?
I think I've got one more.
Okay. I got a couple more so I could get back across without any issue. I'm glad it's just the three of us over here now. Because the smoke is still being produced, right? I assume.
No, it's actually begun to dissipate. Yeah, in the time that he took to do the detect magic ritual, it dissipated.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the floor falling burned some, probably more of this parchment.
What about the case? Is someone pocketing that? Are you going to do something with it?
Yeah, a Redrith will keep it. If it's a scroll case and it's in good shape, you can always use a scroll case.
Is there any sort of magic that could help you reassemble whatever that thing said, that scroll said?
Which
The one that
Mending
fell
might.
apart. Mending, yeah, maybe.
Wait a minute. Which scroll?
The scroll that just fell apart as he was trying to pull it out with Mage Hand.
From the shelves.
I don't know. Oh,
Not that I could recommend, but I'm not going to say it's impossible.
He was trying. I thought he was trying to unsleeve. Again, I'm sorry for being distracted, but I thought he was trying to unsleeve a scroll from something that was in the pile of dust. Am I wrong?
No, not
Okay.
the pile of dust. It's all the stuff that was piled on the shelves. There were a whole bunch of them piled on the shelves, and I was just randomly.
Gotcha.
They're
Okay,
not
so it
magic,
may
they
not
just
be
have
anything.
something in them with writing on it, but they keep falling apart when I open them.
Okay.
But
Okay, so they may not be super important.
There is the one scroll case that is a better quality that you found next to the gem that has the inscription on it. I'm trying to determine if you guys are opening that or just pocketing it.
Oh, I thought the inscription was inside.
No, the inscription was on the case.
Oh. And the inscription says don't open, right?
Property
Yes.
of the good
Yep.
mage Martek. Do not open, most secure.
Well, I would assume we just open it, right?
I'm gonna take it. I'll
I'm-
stay within 10 feet. Of
I
you,
would
but I'm gonna back up.
counsel. I would counsel not to open it.
I would say just let's not open it here. Just hold on to it, and
Yeah,
then we can see later on maybe.
Mage handed open again.
Exactly.
And again, I remind you, it is not emitting any magic.
I mean, yeah, it should be fine. Just open it. You want me to just open it? I'm good. I'm all healed up. I need a little damage.
Ready for damage.
Yeah.
Keith is just jonesing to knock my guy's intelligence down a couple more points.
Return you back
Um,
to one or the other.
Well, if you're about to open it, I'm going to cautiously attempt to leave the room.
Yeah, I think we should try to get the star gem out of here before we do anything.
Let's get
Yeah.
somewhere safe before we mess with that.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yes.
Let's,
My recommendation
let's just
is
talk at the
to
scroll.
my recommendation is to not open the scroll case right now. I would like to attempt to leave the room.
All right, so how are you going to get yourselves out? Or should we just call it here since we're only about 5 minutes off?
Just hand wave it.
Well, so we're down on the.
We're at the bottom of the stairs, and yeah, we just gotta. If I would just misty step back across.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah,
more smoke.
basically.
With the missing smoke,
to here.
yeah. Okay, so as Redreth approaches the edge of the stairs, the smoke is gone. You can see into the pit. You see probably about a dozen or more skeletons all scrambling around at the sides, aimlessly,
so much
fruitlessly trying to get up to you, but obviously they can't do anything.
Actually, you got to be backed up just a little bit because there's the black lines denoting what fell, I think.
Yeah, you're right. It's
Oh.
a little too far.
And so then
I could walk down to the edge of the pit and just do a turn on dead on all the skeletons and get rid of them.
Why not?
Yeah.
Skadoosh.
Why? Because we can.
Because we like to.
MOU.
But yeah, if there's no other way to get across, I would use my last misty step. Just get across.
Okay. So I'm going to drag you across. You're now hanging out with Haig.
I do the same thing.
I
Misty
am
step.
okay. They are misty stepping. Then I am coiling up my magic rope and flying across.
Do, 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 do. Okay, so everyone is back up in the upper half of the stairs. Mizram up around the corner. Wow.
And yay us for getting another gem.
Hell yeah.
Is this the first one that you're here for, Albie?
Second.
Okay, you were here for the second one. But the question is, now what?
Drow.
Drow.
Door.
Oh, do we have another door before the drow?
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
we got one to the north.
Question.
Yes.
Have we ever attempted to see if we could use any power in the star gems?
Nope.
Maybe we have been skipping
Outside
that
of like
ability,
bamfing out of the one room at the beginning with the first one. That was it.
right? Maybe these things have power that we can use. Like they have like
They might.
things that we could expend a couple times daily. Maybe we should investigate
Identify them.
that. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, I don't think we ever identified him because we were like, oh, it's a star gem.
Right.
It's not like Kelly's just carrying him in her pack. She's not attuned to him, or nobody's tried to attune to him or anything. Oh, that would be pretty dope. Maybe we all need to attune to a gem to defeat the freak.
Maybe. Maybe they maybe one of the star gems has fairy fire that we could put on that drow where he wouldn't be able to use that darkness feat. Or that
Or we
dark,
summon Captain Planet.
Or we summon Captain Planet, yeah.
Tree.
Voltron.
Oh no. We don't all have to say like Captain Planet saying do we like earth, wind, fire. Oh my god.
Heart.
Power of water. I'll give you a power of water in my bong.
Whoa. Was that smell coming out of the pit?
It wouldn't have caused damage. You would have gotten a buff.
We would have burned through our rations quicker, but
Yes, that's true.
Probably eating one of the camels.
Yeah.
All right, so Miz is on the way out. The rest of you going to camp out on the steps for our interlude?
I'll join Mizram.
No, I'm gonna. Sorry, I was busy taking notes. No, I'm gonna come out and come out over there because that door is the next thing we're investigating, I think.
Redrith and Haig.
I'm following the group.
Okay.
Red dress says his earpiece came out. And we lost the Zoom meeting.
All right. Well, we got everyone outside of the secret corridor. You're mostly posted by that one door that Kaylee wants to still check out. And Feck is just hanging out where the spiders were.
There is still a door right here, right?
Yep.
Yep.
One to go through.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was absolutely no sound behind it when I listened. So
I thought originally that was the
secret corridor
we
was
were
the secret
slamming
corridor
into.
was more important.
Gotcha.
Obviously,
Yeah, I
that was
originally
hidden.
thought that was the door we were talking about. Go ahead.
All right, gang. I think that is pretty much it for session 47.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're
Cool.
now 1 minute past. So glad to see everyone. It's been a while since we've had a full crew.
No doubt.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
a good time.
Mhm.
Matt and Dan, thank you very much for both making it today.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I guess we're gonna go ahead and call it. So this is the end of session 47. We'll see you all in 2 weeks.